at approximately 2 o'clock p.m. Before we get started with our activities here in Broadbent Arena, if you would, please rise and remove cover as we honor our nation with the singing of the national anthem. Thank you all. Again, I want to welcome you here to Broadbent Arena, ladies and gentlemen. Today we have our Chianina show over here and our main Anju show, followed by our miniature Hereford and then Bromvie Open shows. Again, we do have an exciting day here in Broadbent Arena, and we do need those first classes of main Anju heifers and first classes of key bulls to be making their way in the makeup ring. And again, making their way in the ring is Class 1 main Anju heifer calves over in your main Anju female show. This heifer's date of birth is May 3rd of 2025. Again, now in the ring is Class 1 main Anju heifers. And first place in Class 1 over in your main Anju female show goes to entry number 5, LJM Who's Vogue, exhibited by Leslie Mesh of Collins, New York. Congratulations to that exhibitor. Now in the ring is Class 2 main Anju females. These heifers' date of birth range from April 17th through April 2nd of 2025. Again, entering the ring now is Class 2 main Anju heifer calves.
Good morning, Key and ChiAngus exhibitors. Blake and I look forward to evaluating your cattle here today. Your very first class, a single entry bull calf, really a long spined individual, one that we like in terms of the way he's constructed down his top. He's nice out through his hip. He's very clean about his underpinning and his sheath, really striking from the side. Maybe like to change him just a bit, the way he's constructed out from his front knee down to the ground, but a nice way to begin your bull show this morning.
And over in your Kianina Bull Show, placings in Class 1. First place goes to entry number 78, DYEX Fastback 302N, exhibited by Drew Diehouse of Broadhead, Kentucky. Congratulations to that exhibitor, as they also will be your champion early junior bull calf champion. Again, entry number 78 was first place in Class 1 and automatic champion early junior bull calf. Would like to take this time to introduce your Kianina judge today, Mr. Charlie Boyd and Blake Boyd. Charlie Boyd joins us from Mayslick, Kentucky, where he and his family, Paula, Blake, and Grace, and Logan, own and operate Boyd Beef Cattle, a 5-generation seed stock operation. Charlie has served on many cattle organization boards, including the Kentucky Angus Association and the American Angus Association, both as president. Charlie received his Bachelor's of Science from the University of Kentucky and has been fortunate enough to judge many shows all across the country. And joining him today is Mr. Blake Boyd. Blake resides in Mayslick, Kentucky with his wife Grace. They, along with Blake's family, operate an Angus and Hereford seed stock operation that has been in the business for over 120 years. Boyd Beef Cattle hosts 3 production sales annually, selling over 200 bulls and females to progressive cattlemen across the country. Blake attended both Butler Community College and Oklahoma State University, where he was on 2 nationally competitive livestock judging teams. If you could join me in giving Mr. Charlie and Blake Boyd a big round of applause for being here on the Green Shavings.
Certainly a pleasure to be with you here this morning on your key side and a nice pair of bulls in this class that offer some give and take. The Brockle Face bull here is just a striking individual that we really like in terms of his composition. He's got a lot of shape and dimension and appropriate in his condition, a lot of substance of bone, and can give you a really nice look from the side. He also has an advantage in terms of scrotal development. But we really like a lot of things about this bull in second. When we get him in motions, when he looks the best. This is a bull that has an advantage over the class winner probably in terms of how he handles his rear leg. We really like him in terms of his just ease of fleshing ability and the overall body and practicality of that bull. Close pair just runs into one that's got maybe a little more look and shape today.
Another nice single entry key bull in this class. Really a bull that's got a tremendous amount of look and eye appeal to him, really good up through his shoulder, the way his neck comes out of the top of that shoulder, a lot of character about his head. Probably like him the most when he's on the move. He's really agile off both ends of his skeleton, stands on a really good foot, nice single entry individual.
And catching you up over in your Chianina Bull Show, placings in Class 2 are as followed. First place in Class 2, an automatic champion senior bull calf, goes to entry number 81, a DAJS Metallic Cat, 1124, exhibited by Katie and Sam Rucker of Montauk, Texas. Second place in that class in automatic reserve division will go to entry at number 80, RJPF Onsite 421M, exhibited by Anna Lee Pullman of DePaul, Ohio. Congratulations to those exhibitors. First place in Class 3 in automatic champion junior yearling bull goes to entry number 83, BAME Sight Lights Out 402M, exhibited by Caleb BAME of Findlay, Ohio. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. We are now selecting your grand champion at Chianina Bull. Again, we're now selecting your grand champion, Chianina Bull. Every time I say it, I get a little commission check.
Over on your key side, really four excellent individuals in this bull lineup to choose from for your champion and reserve. I think the two bulls, Blake and I feel like out of your second division, as we had mentioned in class, a bit different, but yet both bulls are very practical. They're very sound structured. They're good in terms of their muscle shape, excellent in terms of their scrotal development, very clean about their underpinning and their sheath. Two high-quality individuals, takes nothing away from the young man's calf and the older bull on both ends, but your champion and reserve will be the two bulls out of your second division. Congratulations to both of you.
And your grand champion Chianina bull here at North American will go to entry number 81, DAJS Metallic Cat 1124, exhibited by Katie and Sam Rucker of Montauk, Texas. Congratulations. And your reserve grand champion Chianina bull will go to entry number 80, RJPF Onsite 421M, exhibited by Annalie Pullman of Deflos, Ohio. Congratulations to those exhibitors. We're now ready for Class 4 ChiAngus bulls. Again, we're ready for Class 4 ChiAngus bulls. These bulls' date of birth range from April 9th of 2025. And catching you up over in your main Anju female show, placings in Class 2 are as followed. First place goes to entry number 11, SFFC Augusta Pride 529, exhibited by Bogarth of Rockville, Indiana. Second place in that class goes to entry number 8, Kina GTC Ag Missin' Me, exhibited by Emily Kramer of Vanderbilt, Pennsylvania. And third place in that class goes to entry number 9, NFLL 530 in Pepper, exhibited by Casey Baker of Florence, Montana. Fourth place goes to entry number 10, MJCC Nova, exhibited by Mason Joliffe of Kenton, Ohio. And please note, entry number 7 was a scratch. And first place in Class 3 goes to entry number 15, JMGC Emmys CHIC, exhibited by Logan Schwartz of Coulter, Indiana. And your Division I champion heifer calf, junior heifer calf, will go to entry number 11, again exhibited by Stormy Swan of Rockville, Indiana. And your reserve division female will go to entry number 8, exhibited by Emily Kramer of Vanderbilt, Pennsylvania. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. Now in the ring is Class 4 main Anju heifer calves. These heifers' date of birth range from February 21st through February 2nd of 2025.
Over on your key side, another pair of high-quality individuals that there's a little difference in type and kind, but we elect to start with the one that's just gets out and reaches a little better. We think one that's just maybe got, in terms of future, we like his structure and overall balance, freshness, and eye appeal. He has just a really complete, well-rounded kind of individual to start with. I think when you get the second one parked, he has a lot of advantage in terms of just sheer body volume and shape throughout, through his rib and out of his hip, and one that's actually maybe a tick cleaner through his front end. We'd just like to correct him a little structurally, both off both ends and out of his spine, but a bull that you really, really like in terms of his overall dimension.
And first place in Class 4 over in your ChiAngus bull show are as followed. First place and automatic champion late junior bull calf will go to entry number 179, DAJS TikTok 712, exhibited by Katie and Sam Rucker of Montauk, Texas. And second place in that class and your reserve division champion will go to entry number 180, CHBB Nico, exhibited by Cade Banter of Eaton, Indiana. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. Now entering the ring is Class 5 ChiAngus bulls. These bulls were born on January 25th of 2025 and 22nd of 2025. Again, now in the ring is Class 5 ChiAngus bulls.
Outstanding pair of ChiAngus bulls in this particular class and division. Blake and I like both these bulls quite well. We think the bull that leads off the class, though, excels in terms of his structure. Really like that slope and angle up to in his shoulder. And then when he gets off and goes off of that rear leg, he's really got a nice bend to it, but yet not too much. One that's extremely big-bodied, really good in terms of his eye appeal and his pattern. You know, he could be a nickel stouter down his top and out through his pin set, but he's a bull to us. Gives me the impression that he'll be a really nice female maker. We really appreciate the bull in second in terms of his muscle shape. He's got more muscle down his top, out through, wider out through his pin. Is a touch wider base when you get behind him. I really like the bull, particularly when he's standing still. He gets a bit more upright in his shoulder, a bit more rigid in terms of the way he travels off his rear hock relative to your class winner, but that's still a tremendous individual that offers a lot. Excellent pair. Let's give these two exhibitors a big hand for those around ringside watching. Thank you.
An outstanding individual here on the key side, an individual that really hits you with a killer look, yet rugged in his appearance. We like where he's at in terms of his condition and composition. He balances up really well. And perhaps the best thing is when we set him in motion, the amount of reach and flexibility this bull has is really impressive while still having an adequate amount of dimension. If we were to change him, it's just a minor thing, his right rear toe. We maybe change the shape just a little bit, but we love the look, the reach, the mobility that bull has, and just the overall balance.
And catching you up over in your ChiAngus Bull Show, placings in Class 5 and automatic champion early junior bull calf will go to entry number 184, Press Upside 507N, exhibited by Prescott Cattle Company of Winchester, Indiana. And second place in Class 5 and your reserve division will go to entry number 183, Sexy Kingston RSRS, exhibited by Michaela Stevenson of Two Halt, Indiana. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. And first place in Class 6 and automatic champion senior yearling bull will go to entry number 192, LLW Cardinal Crosshair, exhibited by Classic Genetics of Admore, Oklahoma. Again, congratulations to those bull exhibitors. We're now ready to select your grand champion ChiAngus bull here in Broadbent Arena. And catching you up over in your main Anju heifer show, placings in Class 4 are as followed. First place goes entry number 21, Kina TSSC Katie 205N, exhibited by Hogan Hendrickson of Farmland, Indiana. And second place in that class goes to entry number 23, SIXR Press 0202N, exhibited by Cindy Skinner of Waterford, Ohio. Third place goes to entry number 17, at CFCC Sophie 242N, exhibited by Kaylee Petergrew of Columbia City, Indiana. Fourth place goes to entry number 20, CFCC Ziela 760, exhibited by Laura Landers Franklin of Blunsville, Alabama. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. Now in the ring is Class 5 main Anju heifer calves. Again, these heifers' date of birth range from January 29th through January 30th of 2025. Would like to take this time to introduce your main Anju female judge for today, Mr. Bodie Sliff from El Paso, Illinois. He's from Illinois, where he helps manage Tree Lane Farms, a cattle operation which specializes in raising Angus and Simmental cattle. Bodie was a member of the judging team at Lakeland Junior College, then transferred to judging at Oklahoma State University. Bodie is currently a sales representative for the show circuit online sales. If you could join me in giving Mr. Bodie a big round of applause for being out here with us on the Green Shavings.
balance standpoint, just needs to pull herself together a shade better. But awesome class of heifers. Congratulations to them.
Over on your ChiAngus bull side, really a really good lineup. These three division champions are exceptional. We like all three, and they're both all three similar in ways and yet different. The way we see them, we really like the calf that comes out of the first class in division in terms of his balance. He's really attractive and up-headed, but still got a masculine bull look about his head. A bull that's very sound, and particularly the way he comes off of his front end. If we were to change him just a nickel, he would pop his pasterns just a bit as you'd ask him to go. Maybe gets a bit frailer at the ground relative to the two bulls behind him, but that's a tremendous calf that's got a very bright future. We love the eye appeal and the pizzazz and the wow factor in the bull that comes out of the second division. Really up-headed, really big-bodied, super sound in terms of his structure, stands on a nice amount of bone, but yet a flat bone. I'd like to give him a touch more heel. That's one reason he is so sound and so mobile, because he is a bit shallower heeled and a bit weaker in that pastern set. But again, huge-bodied, really long spine, beautiful the way he's constructed from his hooks to his pins. We really like the 2-year-old bull. This is just a really practical, well-balanced individual. He's a beef bull that still has a killer look. He's one that's up-headed. He's bold-ribbed. He's really good the way he transitions from that shoulder into that forerib. Great out through his hip. Outstanding in terms of his testicle size and shape. We believe when you got a big bull like that, you got to use him. Young lady, you'll have champion bull. The bull out of Class 2 will be your reserve. Congratulations.
And your grand champion ChiAngus bull here at the North American will go to entry number 192 LLW Cardinal Crosshair 18L, exhibited by Classic Genetics of Admore, Oklahoma. And your reserve grand champion ChiAngus bull will go to entry number 184 Press Upside 507N, exhibited by Prescott Cattle Company of Winchester, Indiana. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. We will take a short photo break of your Angus bulls and your Chi bulls, and then we'll move on to your female show. And also a reminder, there will be no aerosol cans in Broadbent Arena. So again, no aerosol cans are allowed in Broadbent Arena. Thank you. And over in your main Anju show, we will be selecting your Division II Junior Heifer Calf. Again, we'll be selecting your champion, Division II Junior Heifer Calf in the ring. And again, catching you up over in your main Anju heifer show, placings in Class 5 are as followed. First place goes to entry number 25, BK Notorious 500N, exhibited by Reese Holler of Bidwell, Ohio. And second place in Class 5 goes to entry number 24, CFCC Annie Oakley 275N, exhibited by Peyton Farmer of Brownstown, Indiana. Third place in that class will go to entry number 26, HSC Coco, exhibited by Emma Hyatt of Clay City, Indiana. And your Division II champion junior heifer calf will go to entry number 25, BK Notorious 500N, exhibited by Reese Holler of Bidwell, Ohio. Again, congratulations to that exhibitor. And your Reserve Division II champion junior heifer calf will go to entry number 21, KINATSSC Katie 205N, exhibited by Hogan Hendrickson of Farmland, Indiana. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. We are now ready for Class 6 main Anju fall heifer calves. Again, we're ready for Class 6 fall heifer calves. Also, another reminder, there will be no aerosol cans in Broadbent Arena. Again, no aerosol cans in Broadbent Arena. Thank you. And catching you up over in your main Anju female show, placings in Class 6 are as followed. First place and automatic Division III champion fall heifer will go to entry number 28, KINAGTC Katie 108M, exhibited by Andrew Meyer of Clinton, Tennessee. And second place in Class 6 and automatic reserve division champion will go to entry number 29, MKR Miss Dakota Blue, exhibited by Henry Michael of Fort Branch, Indiana. Congratulations to those exhibitors. And placings in Class 7 main Anju summer yearling heifers are as followed. First place and automatic Division 4 champion goes to entry number 33, TJSC So Sweet, 139M, exhibited by Samantha Van Vors of Bowling Green, Ohio. And second place in that class and reserve division champion will go to entry number 38, TJSC Phyllis 433M, exhibited by Rez Toller of Bidwell, Ohio. And third place in Class 7 will go to entry number 36, MCC Mary Lou, exhibited by Jamie Hoblin of York, Nebraska. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. And now entering the ring is Class 8 main Anju late spring yearling heifers. Again, entering the ring now is Class 8 late spring yearling heifers. And over in your Kianina female show, we are ready for Class 7 Kianina females. Again, we are ready for Class 7 Kianina females. This female's date of birth is May 31st of 2025. Again, now in the ring is Class 7.
Great way to start off the female portion of the Key show with just a really well-balanced, eye-appealing, structurally correct kind of a heifer that still yet has plenty of body and dimension to go along with it. Just a really, really nice place to start. Congratulations to this young man.
And first place in Class 7 and automatic champion summer heifer calf will go to entry number 3, WRA 4 Ace 531N, exhibited by Luke Jennings of Felicity, Ohio. Again, congratulations to that exhibitor. Now entering the ring is Class 8 Kianina females. These females' date of birth range from April 23rd through April 20th of 2025.
Over on your key side, a really nice pair in this class. We think we have an exceptional individual to lead off with in terms of just her striking presence, her balance, or just the way she's constructed in terms of her skeleton, up-headed. She's attractive. She's really long spine. Really excels from her hooks to her pins. That dimension she's got out through her hip, around her way her tail head sets into her spine, and goes on down into a really nice hock and rear leg. Excellent way to start this class. Young lady's heifer in second, really a very tall-fronted female. We really appreciate the way that neck comes out of the top of her shoulder. She's feminine and broody about her head. She's one that's certainly more than adequate in terms of her rib shape. We like her depth of body. One that just doesn't have quite that stoutness and dimension out through her hip, the circumference of bone and foot size as your class winner. But a very, very nice pair. Congratulations to both of you.
And placings in Class 8 over in your Chianina female show are as followed. First place goes to entry number 8, PCC DKBF, Who's Looking 472N, exhibited by Pate Parsons of Leavenworth, Kansas. And second place in that class goes to entry number 5, FAC Sassy Slurtry 420, exhibited by Cecily Ramson of Boswell, Indiana. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. Now entering the ring is Class 9 March heifers. Again, entering the ring now is Class 9 over in your Chianina female show. Please note entry number 10, 11, and 12 are scratches in Class 9. And over in your main Anju show, placings in Class 8 are as followed. First place goes to entry number 41, CFFCC Candy Crush, exhibited by Blake Herdman of Hillsboro, Ohio. And second place in that class will go to entry number 43, BBR Majestic 655M, exhibited by Hadley Dunklau of Wayne, Nebraska. Third place goes to entry number 45, JBT Miss Daddy's Girl, exhibited by Grant Rumpel of Decatur, Indiana. Fourth place goes to entry number 6, SFFC First Lady 436, exhibited by Grace Shute of Greensburg, Indiana. Now in the ring is Class 9 early spring yearling heifers. And don't forget to check out Lindy'sPhotos.com. They are the official photographer of this year's North American. We do appreciate Lindy's Livestock Photos for being here with us this week on the Green Shavings. Again, find all backdrop and ring shots at Lindy'sPhotos.com. Again, we appreciate them being with us here on the Green Shavings.
Back on the Keys side, a pair of high-quality heifers and also a really high-quality pair of showmen. Both heifers are really similar in regards to their structure and basic balance. For us, we like the chromed up heifer in terms of just kind of her broody body type, and one that's just got a little more sheer shape as you study her throughout and base width. We just really like that cowy type along with the structure and balance she has. The heifer that's in second gives you a really striking look and one that balances up well. She's really clean and correct in her lines and really striking through her front end. She does have the advantage that she is a little smoother in her shoulder. She does lay in smoother in her tail head also over the class winner. We just like to open her up with a little more base width and rib shape, but a heifer that's got a lot of future in terms of an excellent skeleton and eye appeal.
And catching you up over in your main Anju female show, placings in Class 9 are as followed. First place goes to entry number 47, Carly Millie, 48M, exhibited by Carter Hogue of Good Hope, Illinois. And second place in Class 9 will go to entry number 52, FX Marley, 737M, exhibited by Riley Short of Masonville, Iowa. Congratulations to those exhibitors, and first place in Class 10 goes to entry number 57, Kina GTC TSSC Monica, 450, exhibited by Braylon Schaefer of Hagerstown, Indiana. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. Now in the ring is your Division 5 champion junior yearling heifers. Again, now in the ring is Division 5 over in your main Anju female show. And placings in Class 9 over in your Chianina female show are as followed. First place goes to entry number 9, PCC DKBF Who's Looking, 110N, exhibited by Jace Ritter of Beamer, Nebraska. And second place in that class will go to entry number 13, CLAC Who Dat Fancy, 415N, exhibited by Bristol Bates of Chandlersville, Ohio. Again, please note entry number 10, 11, and 12 were scratches. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. Now in the ring is Class 10 at Chianina females. These females' date of birth range from March 16th through March 2nd of 2025.
but if you could stand in ringside, give these young people a nice round of applause.
Over on your key side, really exceptionally deep class of heifers, the deepest class we've had yet today, and commend you exhibitors for that. Beautiful pair in first and second. We think the heifer that leads off this class does so just in terms of her structural integrity off both ends of her skeleton. We love that slope and design of her, of the way she comes out of that front knee down to the ground. Really good off of that rear leg when you ask her to go. She looks the best when she's on the move. She's really super sound, big-bodied. When you get behind her, she's really nice in terms of a beautiful amount of dimension, not too little and not too much. Wants to get just a bit opened up at the top of her shoulder when she's standing there, breaks behind her shoulder just a nickel when she's on the still. But when you ask her to go, she's phenomenal. Heifer in second, we really like her when she's standing still. She's really elegant in terms of her balance and her design, really good down her top and out through her hip. We like her off of her rear leg. We'd like to change her just a bit the way she travels off her front end relative to your heifer that leads off the class. We thought we had a pair in 3 and 4 that you can maybe do it, switch that pair depending on the day and depending on what you like. The more moderate heifer that comes out in third, we like her just in terms of her balance and her symmetry and her completeness in terms of her skeletal design and makeup. She more closely resembles the two heifers in first and second in that regard. A beautiful, functional female in third. Heifer in fourth, striking. She's really huge topped and she's big ended. We like that about her. She's beautiful up through her head and her neck. She's one that just gets a bit more upright in her shoulder and a bit tighter in that flank and in that rib cage relative to that nicely balanced heifer in third. We conclude with the heifer that just gives up some performance, one that doesn't have quite the dimension and power of those heifers ahead of her, but one that's really good in terms of her structure and got a nice future ahead of her, just needs a little more time.
And catching up over in your main Anju female show, your Division 5 champion junior yearling heifer will go to entry number 47, Carl Miley 48M, exhibited by Carter Hogue of Good Hope, Illinois. And your reserve Division 5 champion will go to entry number 41, CFFCC Candy Crush 192M, exhibited by Blake Herdman of Hillsboro, Ohio. Again, congratulations to those division winners. And first place in Class 11 and automatic champion cow-calf pair will go to entry number 76, EJB Whoa Vicky 419C, exhibited by Leslie Amash of Collins, New York. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. We're now ready to select your grand champion main Anju heifer here in Broadbent Arena. Again, now in the ring will be the selection of your grand champion main Anju heifer. And catching you up over in your Chianina female show, placings in Class 10 are as followed. First place goes to entry number 18, JSUL Houdat Mafia, exhibited by Pate Parsons of Leavenworth, Kansas. And second place in Class 10 goes to entry number 16, Jalen 2N, exhibited by Katie Freeman of Bellevue, Ohio. Third place in that class goes to entry number 14, FAC Sunflower, exhibited by Jaden Patton of Economy, Indiana. Fourth place goes to entry number 15, Strollers Who, exhibited by Colton Haynes of Bruce Rooston Mills, West Virginia. Fifth place goes to entry number 19, DYEX Sultry 2, 81N, exhibited by Drew Diehouse of Broadhead, Kentucky. We'll now be selecting your champion late junior heifer calf over in your Chianina female show.
Back on the Keys side, an excellent first division and 3 really good horses in the race here. Just to talk them real quick, to review what we see in them. The heifer out of the first class just gives you a killer look, and one you love for the angles that she has, the lines, how smooth she is in her underline too. Really killer look she has, and basic balance. A heifer, if you were going to change her, she's not the widest one out here, and particularly out of her chest, maybe, and then we'd like to square up from her knee to the ground. But from the side, that's one that you really can fall in love with. Just the striking look she gives you through her front end, and then working back a really level top line and hip, and sitting down on an excellent rear leg. The heifer that comes out of the second class is a little different in the regard that here's a little bit more of a moderate heifer, but really cowy in her appearance. A lot of a bold turn to her rib and hip. She's wide-based and yet still attractive through her front end. When we ask her to move, one that's just really comfortable off both ends of her skeleton. Then the young lady's heifer that comes out of the third class is one, as we mentioned, really looks her best when we set her in motion. A heifer that travels with a ton of reach, especially off the rear too. She's good in the slope and angle of her shoulder and knee. A heifer that you really like from her forerib back. A heifer that's got plenty of dimension too. If we were to change her, she gets just a tick around her shoulder, maybe falls apart a little bit behind her shoulder, but an excellent female in terms of her structure, her length, and one that we love on the move. It comes down to it for us with just preference, and the heifer out of the second class will be your champion. We like her just broody appearance and extra boldness of body. And then the young man out of the first class will be reserved. We love her look and balance that she gives you from the side. Congratulations.
And your champion late junior heifer calf over in your Chianina female show will go to entry number 9, PCC DKBF, who's looking 110N, exhibited by Jace Ritter of Beamer, Nebraska. Congratulations. And your reserve division champion will go to entry number 8, PCC DKBF, who's looking 47-2N, exhibited by Pate Parsons of Leavenworth, Kansas. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. And please note, over in your Chianina female show, Class 11 is a scratch, so we will be moving into Class 12 Chianina females, and these females' date of birth range from January 20th of 2025. Again, now entering the ring is Class 12 Chianina females.
Set of division champions and reserves. If you would, stand behind me, give these kids a big round of applause.
Over on your key side, really a tremendous single entry January heifer calf in this class, one that can stand really a lot more competition, and I'm sure we'll see her back out here later, but just really nicely balanced, very well constructed in terms of her skeleton. Beautiful from the side, beautiful up through her front end, down her top line and out through her hip. Maybe gets a nickel flatter ribbed, but that's a tremendous female with a very bright future. Congratulations.
And first place in Class 12 over in your Chianina female show and automatic champion early junior heifer calf will go to entry number 28, PGC J-Boy Cross My Heart, exhibited by Claire Neba of Melrose, Iowa. Congratulations. And your grand champion main Anju female here in Broadbent Arena this morning goes to entry number 33. Again, goes to entry number 33, TJSC So Sweet 139M, exhibited by Samantha Van Vors of Bowling Green, Ohio. Congratulations. And your reserve grand champion main Anju female will go to entry number 47, Carl Miley 48M, exhibited by Carter Hogue of Good Hope, Illinois. Again, congratulations to those main Anju female exhibitors. We will take a photo break over in your main Anju ring. We will take, again, a photo break and then be moving into your main Anju bull show. Again, we'll be moving on to your main Anju bull show with Class 12 after we complete our backdrop photos. And in the ring in your Chianina female show is Class 13. Again, in the ring now is Class 13. Again, these females will be, date of birth will range from November 25th through November 17th of 2024.
Excellent trio of heifers in the key ring, and really a nice place to start with the young lady's heifer. A heifer that's impressive from all angles. She's got a lot of dimension and a lot of body, but yet gives you a lot of balance and look too when you get off to the side of her. We ask her to lead. That's a heifer that gets around pretty well for as much as she's got to pack. A really, really nice place to start. Heifer, it's in seconds, pretty stout also. That's a really high quality one that would win a lot of classes. One that can give you a great look of balance of how level she is in her top line and hip. She's really attractive off her rear leg. She's got a lot of depth of body. She's well balanced in her underline. We just like to peel a little condition off of that one and freshen her up and just help her overall balance in that way. Third heifer is long and level and stout boned and big hip, just runs into two that just maybe have a little more middle and cowiness today.
And placings in Class 13 over in your Kianina female show are as followed. First place goes to entry number 34, PCC DKBF Dat Girl 46M, exhibited by a camera cook of Clovis, California. And second place in that class goes to entry number 36, JSUL Houdat Special 4760M, exhibited by Brooklyn Durberry of Olton, Texas. And third place in that class goes to entry number 35, FC Red Thunder M454, exhibited by Gavin Sheets of Jefferson, Ohio. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. Now in the ring is Class 4 Kianina females. This heifer's date of birth is October 12th of 2024. Excuse me, please note Class 14 was a scratch, so now in the ring is Class 15 Kianina females, and this female's date of birth is September 4th of 2024. Please note entry number 38 was a scratch.
Really nice single entry September fall key heifer on this side. Really stout when you get behind her. We like that about her, and one that really is constructed very nicely off of her, from her rear leg, from her hock to the ground. She's really very good footed female, one that's attractive fronted. I like to just relax her just a bit in her spine when she's out on the go, but that's a really good female and an excellent representative in this age group.
And first place in Class 15 Kianina females goes to entry number 39, J Boy Maybell 40 M214, exhibited by Freya Hennington of Vevey, Indiana. Again, congratulations. We'll now be selecting your champion senior heifer calf over in your Kianina female show. And I would like to take this time to recognize some of your American Junior Kianina Association Board of Directors that are helping us in the ring today. We have Kasha Ray, at-large director from Texas. We also have Mika Malone, Northeast Regional Director from Kentucky, and also Peyton Hurd, at-large director from Georgia. We do appreciate their help throughout the show here today, as well as our American Kianina Association royalty here with us. We do have our queen, Miss Catherine Neighbor of Nebraska. If you could join me in giving those folks a big round of applause for being out here with us in Broadbent Arena.
A really nice representation here of the Keys in the late fall division, and maybe not a lot of numbers, but a lot of quality. For us, there's two individuals that really excel in terms of structure, look, balance, and overall power. And that's going to be the two out of the first class. Congratulations to them.
And your champion senior heifer calf over in your Chianina female show will go to entry number 34, a PCC DKBF That Girl 46M, exhibited by Camera Cook of Clovis, California. Congratulations. And your reserve senior heifer calf will go to entry number 36, JSUL Who Dat Special 4760M, exhibited by Brooklyn Durberry of Olton, Texas. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. Now in the ring is Class 16, Chianina females. This female's date of birth is June 3rd of 2024. Again, entering the ring now is Class 16, Chianina females.
Exceptional individual in this single entry key class. We really like this heifer. This heifer, when you ask her to go, she can go, and you park her, she's beautiful from the side. Love her rib shape, love her hip and dimension from her hooks to her pins, way she's constructed off of her rear leg. Just a really nice cow look to her. Congratulations.
And first place in Class 16, an automatic champion summer yearling female over in your Chianina show will go to entry number 42, Macy Lady Monica 5M, exhibited by Eden Ennis of Martinsville, Indiana. Congratulations to that exhibitor. Now entering the ring is Class 17, Chianina females. These females' date of birth range from April 29th through April 8th of 2024. And please note, entry number 48 is a scratch. And over in your main Anju show, we are ready for Class 12 bull calves. Again, we are ready for Class 12 main Anju bull calves. This bull's date of birth is May 24th of 2025. Again, entering the ring now is Class 12 main Anju bull calves. And over in Class 17, Chianina females, again, entry number 45, 47, 48, and 52 are scratches. Now in the ring again is Class 17 Chianina females. And first place in Class 12 over in your main Anju Bull Show goes to entry number 61, CHBB Night Action, exhibited by Macy Banter of Eaton, Indiana. Congratulations. Now entering the ring is Class 13 main Anju Bull Calves. Again, entering the ring now is Class 13 main Anju Bull Calves. These bulls' date of birth range from March 19th through March 9th of 2025.
Over on your key side, just four tremendous individuals in this class. Folks around ringside, let's give all four of these exhibitors a big hand. Tremendous females. We really like the heifer leads off the class. The people that know Blake and I know that's the kind we like. Just so cally and bold sprung, and with that much power, she's so sound at the ground. Still feminine about her front end. One that's going to be a great breeding piece. Heifer in second is just beautiful from the side. We love her head and her neck. The way she comes out, her neck comes out of the top of that shoulder. Her shoulder lays in beautifully into her forerib. She's good down her top line and out through her hip. Again, she's very, very good in terms of her structure. Just does not have quite that internal dimension and total rib and capacity and power of your class winner, but that's a darn good one in second. We love the young lady's heifer in third. She is more like your class winner in terms of rib shape and volume, foot size and bone. Where we'd like to change her relative to the heifer, though, that excelled in second, is just the way she comes out of her shoulder, the way she moves out of her front end, freshen her up about her neck just a bit. But that's a tremendous female and will make an excellent cow. Young lady that we conclude with, honey, you got a tremendous female. You just got in a tough class. You got a nicely constructed, well-balanced female. Maybe gets a bit more uncoordinated off her rear leg relative to your top three, but that's being really nitpicky on an awfully good one. Tremendous class. Congratulations to all four of you.
And first place in Class 13 over in your main Anju Bull Show are as followed. First place goes to entry number 62, MJCC Norm, exhibited by Mason Joliffe of Kenton, Ohio. Second place goes to entry number 63, CHBB The Game's On, exhibited by Cade Banter of Eaton, Indiana. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. Now entering the ring is Class 14 main Anju Bull calves. These bulls' date of birth range from February 28th through February 18th of 2025.
Excellent pair of heifers in your key ring, and the heifer that wins the class does so just because that we love the freshness of this heifer and the true, genuine shape she has. But on top of that, one that has an excellent set of wheels on her. She's broody in her body type and got a nice look to go along with it. Really well-rounded place to start. The heifer in second gets around the ring really well in terms of her skeleton. We like her added body depth and fleshing ability. She's square out of that hip. We just like to freshen her up a little bit in terms of her condition, her chest floor, but still a really practical, sound, big body kind of a female.
And catching you up over in your Chianina female show. Placings in Class 17 are as followed. First place goes to entry number 15, and this entry will be automatic champion late spring yearling female. Again, goes to entry number 15, JSUL Wildcat, exhibited by Gemma Dorsey of Morrow, Illinois. Second place and automatic reserve division goes to entry number 57, BMW Ace 408M, exhibited by Kendall Davis of Bowling Green, Ohio. Third place in that class goes to entry number 54, BMW Ace 416M, exhibited by Harper K. Saunders of Gallipolis, Ohio. And fourth place in that class goes to entry number 53, BMW Core Ace 103M, exhibited by Emma Van Hoy of Cattabug, North Carolina. And placings in Class 18 are as followed. First place and automatic division champion goes to entry number 63, JSUL Houdat 4148, exhibited by Brett Fenbrook of Fairview, Oklahoma. And second place in that class and reserve division goes to entry number 65, JSUL Houdat 4116, exhibited by Carly Kennedy of Salmon, Ohio. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. Go ahead, Charlie.
Josh, thank you, Josh. I didn't. You can talk as long as you want to. We got a single entry here, but a darn nice one. Tremendous in terms of her rib shape. She's bold sprung, and one with that much power. She really handles herself well. Beautiful the way she's constructed down her top and her top line out through her hip. Really exceptional off her rear leg. You know, if you're going to be nitpicky, she's got a touch more condition, but one that with that much power, she's still feminine headed. She's good in terms of her lines, her structure with a lot of power. Congratulations.
And placings in Class 19 over in your Chianina female show are as followed. First place goes to entry number 69, BMW Dolly 206M, exhibited by Hadley Dunklau of Wayne, Nebraska. Again, congratulations, and please note entry number 68 and 67 were scratches. And also note that entry number or class number 20 was a scratch, so entry number 69 will be your automatic champion junior yearling female here in your Chianina female show. Again, congratulations. We're now ready to select your grand champion Chianina female show here in Broadbent Arena. Again, now entering the ring will be the selection of your grand and reserve champion Chianina female. And placings in Class 14 over in your main Anju Bull Show are as followed. First place goes to entry number 65, MJCC Nemo, exhibited by Mason Joliffe of Kenton, Ohio. And second place in that class goes to entry number 64, MCCF No Doubt, exhibited by MCC Manure Cattle Company of Waynesfield, Ohio. Third place in that class goes to entry number 68, FCF Red Prairie, 52N, exhibited by Fancy Creek Farms and Prairie Crow Company of Sherman, Illinois. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. Now in the ring is Class 15 main Anju Bull Calves. And first place in Class 15 over in your main Anju Bull Show goes to entry number 71, FCF Red Eagle, 436M, exhibited by Fancy Creek FM and Prairie Crow of Sherman, Illinois. Congratulations. Now in the ring is Class 16 main Anju Bull Calves. Again, this bull, his date of birth is February 14th of 2024.
On your key side, just a tremendous lineup of females, both your division champions and reserves to work with and to choose from for your grand and reserve here this morning. And Blake and I were just commenting that how deep the quality has been in this female show. Just tremendous cattle, even some that went back to the barn we still like a lot, and just minute things and why they're not still out here. But the ones that are left before us, we're just so impressed in terms of the cattle that are functional, they're sound structured, they got rib shape, and with that, they still got a cow look to them. There's minute differences, obviously, and there always is in a show, but one thing that's been so consistent in this female show has been outside of the quality, but the presentation of the cattle is phenomenal. Even though this is an open show, it appears to me that most of these are juniors, and these young people have been phenomenal showmen and very good sports, and we appreciate that. Commend you for it as exhibitors and parents and as breeders. Before we give you a champion in reserve, folks around ringside, let's give all of these exhibitors a huge round of applause. We think there's three heifers that are actually in contention, 4 grand in reserve, and you hate that one is going to get left out, but we think these two fit together very, very nicely. They're the kind that we like in terms of their cow power, but with that much power, they're still functional, they're attractive, They're show heifers that look like cows. Again, congratulations each of you. I'll give you a champion, and Blake will give you a reserve. Thank you.
And catching you up over in your main Anju Bull Show. First place in Class 16 goes to entry number 73, OSC Thunder Rolls, exhibited by Logan Sunneth of Stewart, Illinois. And first place in Class 17, it goes to entry number 75, Beau Fade ET, exhibited by Beaupres Land and Cattle of Byers, Colorado. Again, congratulations to those bull exhibitors. Now entering the ring will be the selection of your Grand and Reserve champion, Main Anju Bull. Again, now entering the ring will be the selection of your champion, Main Anju Bull here in Broadbent Arena. And your grand champion, Chianina female here at the North American, will go to entry number 51. Again, we'll go to entry number 51, JSUL Wildcat, exhibited by Gemma Dorsey of Morrow, Illinois. Congratulations. 63. 60. And your reserve grand champion, Chianina female, will go to entry at number 63, JSUL Houdat, exhibited by Brett Pembroke of Fairview, Oklahoma. Again, congratulations to those Chianina exhibitors.
Back over on your key side, congratulations to this young man and young lady on their champion cow-calf pair here. I think we got a really sensibly sized, fresh condition kind of a female that's good in terms of her how much she gets out and reaches when we set her in motion. She's level on her udder floor, and she's feminine, and she's doing a nice job with this young calf at side. Congratulations to them.
And over in your Chianina female show, your first place in Class 21 and automatic grand champion Chianina cow-calf pair will go to entry number 84, Ardridge Luna 24G, exhibited by Drew Diehouse of Broadhead, Kentucky. Congratulations. And your grand champion, Maine Anju Bull, over in your ring will go to entry number 75, Bo Fade ET, exhibited by Bo Prez Land and Cattle of Byers, Colorado. Congratulations. And your reserve grand champion, Maine Anju Bull, will go to entry number 65, MJCC Nemo, exhibited by Mason Joliffe of Kenton, Ohio. Congratulations. And again, your grand champion, Maine Anju Bull, will go to entry number 75, exhibited by Bo Prez Land and Cattle and JS Scimitars. Congratulations. And now entering the ring over in your maintainer show is Class 18 Maintainer Bull Calves. Again, we're moving into Class 18 Maintainer Bull Calves. These bulls' date of birth are range from April 2nd through March 15th of 2025. And placings in Class 18 over in your Maintainer Bull show are as followed. First place goes to entry number 168, WG Statistic 14N, exhibited by Wilson and Good Cattle Company of Dora, Missouri. And second place in that class goes to entry number 167, WG Information 06N, exhibited by Wilson and Good Cattle Company, again, of Dora, Missouri. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. And now entering the ring is Class 19 Maintainer Bull Calves. These bulls' date of birth range from February 28th through February 3rd of 2025. And again, over in your Chianina show, we would like to take this time to introduce your 2025 ACA Herdsman of the Year. Each year since 1978, the exhibitors at the ACA National Show select a Herdsman of the Year. Voted on by their peers, this award is presented to a person who exemplifies integrity, hard work, and is a true believer of the Chianina breed. In 2010, the award was renamed the Keith Dunsbury Herdsman of the Year Award in memory of the well-respected longtime herdsman for Rockin' J Ranch in Nebraska who left the world far too soon and was the first recipient of the award back in 1978. We are honored to present the 2025 ACA Herdsman of the Year Award to Derek Wood. Congratulations to Derek. Derek has managed the show and sale cattle operations at Pembroke Cattle Company in Fairview, Oklahoma since 2023. His positive attitude keeps the PCC team motivated, and he constantly goes above and beyond to ensure that the cattle are prepared and presented to the highest degree. Beth Pembroke adds that his work ethic is unmatched and Derek is a true asset to the team. Derek and his wife Riley are part of the PCC family, and Beth is thankful that they both are willing to do hard things. Derek brings integrity to the PCC operation, and he is a team member everyone looks for guidance. Please help us congratulate again Derek Wood, the 2025 ACA Herdsman of the Year. Derek, if you would please come to the backdrop for a photo. Again, congratulations to Derek Wood. And placings in Class 19 over in your maintainer bull show are as followed. First place goes to entry number 186, BRWF Blueprint, exhibited by Bristol Bates of Chandlersville, Ohio. Second place in that class goes to entry number 172, KMEM Popular Demand, exhibited by Spengler Cattle of Cascade, Iowa. And third place in that class goes to entry number 173, PRES Foxy's Forte, exhibited by Emma Preston of Reynolds, Illinois. And fourth place in that class goes to entry number 174, MCCF Nighthawk, exhibited by MCC Murd Cattle Company of Waynesfield, Ohio. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors now entering the ring as Class 20 maintainer Summer Yearling Bulls. This bull's date of birth is May 7th of 2024. And first place in Class 20 over in your maintainer bull show goes to entry number 178, DLX Hooked on Whiskey 41M, exhibited by Jeff Miller of Coulter, Indiana. Congratulations. Now entering the ring is Class 21 maintainer spring yearling bulls. This bull's date of birth is February 10th of 2024. And first place in Class 21 over in your maintainer spring yearling bull class goes to entry number 180, Bam Lights Out 402M, exhibited by Caleb Bam of Findlay, Ohio. Congratulations. Now entering the ring is Class 22 maintainer 2-year-old bulls, and this bull's date of birth is March 11th of 2023. Can enter the ring now is Class 22 maintainer bulls. And first place in Class 22 over in your maintainer bull show goes to entry number 181, MCCF Lucky Day, exhibited by Nicholas Phoenix of Midland, Pennsylvania. Congratulations. We're now ready to select your grand champion maintainer bull here in Broadbent Arena. Again, now entering the ring will be the selection of your grand and reserve maintainer bull.
There's three exceptional heifer calves in this class to begin the ChiAngus portion of your female show, and we like all three of these. They're a bit different, so it's just a matter of where you want to place your priorities, but we really thought the two heifers, 1 and 2, paired up and fit together very nicely. The heifer that leads off with, we just like her in terms of her completeness, her balance, her symmetry. We like the way she lays into her shoulder and how that transitions into a beautiful forerib. She's really nicely down her top and out through her hip. Really, really good at the ground. She's not as stout featured and doesn't have quite that turn and expression of muscle when you get that right on top of her as your heifer in second, but we think she's just a bit deeper sided and lays in nicer into her shoulder. The heifer in second's great in terms of structure. We love that about her. We love both ends of her skeleton. We like her length of spine, her length of hip. A female, it's really got some power and dimension. Just gets a bit rounder barrel, a little harder ribbed, so to speak, relative to your class winner today, but that female's got a bright future. The young lady that's in third has just got the most different heifer of that trio. We certainly appreciate her performance and her rib shape. We love that softness in her body type, but we do think that she is a bit frailer boned and does get a bit plainer up through her front end, a bit heavier in her condition at this stage in her development. Three tremendous heifer calves in this class.
And placings in Class 22 over in your ChiAngus female show are as followed. First place and automatic champion late junior heifer calf will go to entry number 148. HR Phantom 602N, exhibited by Luke Jennings of Felicity, Ohio. Second place and your reserve division champion will go to entry number 150 DAJS Miss Specialty 132, exhibited by Katie and Sam Rucker of Montauk, Texas. And third place in Class 22 will go to entry number 194, RSRS A Bucket of Diamonds, exhibited by Esley Knoll of Lafayette, Indiana. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. Now in the ring is Class 24 ChiAngus females, and this female's date of birth is February 10th of 2025.
Quality single entry here in the ChiAngus show, and a heifer that strikes you as a very powerfully constructed kind of a female that's really bold in terms of her rib and the muscle shape out of her hip and top. A heifer that can give you a nice look too from here from the side. If we were the changer, we might just give her a little more looseness and comfort in her lower joints, but a heifer that's really powerful and stout made.
And first place in Class 24 over in your ChiAngus female show goes to entry number 152, Ben Finesse's Aza, exhibited by Belle Bennett of Knox, Indiana. Congratulations. Now in the ring is Class 25 ChiAngus females. These females' date of birth range from January 29th through January 8th of 2025. And over in your Maintainer Bull show, your grand champion Maintainer Bull here at the North American will go to entry number 172, KMEM Popular Demand, exhibited by Springer Cattle of Cascade, Iowa. Congratulations. And your reserve grand champion Maintainer Bull here at the North American will go to entry number 186, BRWF Blueprint 228, exhibited by Bristol Bates of Chandlersville, Ohio. And please note we had those first and second wrong in Class 19, so they will be your grand and reserve champion bull. Congratulations. And after we take pictures of your bulls, we will be moving into Class 23 Main Angus heifers. Again, we will be moving to Class 23 after photos.
Really nice pair of Kiangus in this class. Both heifers really long spine. We like that about them. I think the heifer that leads off the class, though, does so in terms of just in her comfort of her skeleton. She's more relaxed down her top than the heifer in second. We like her balance. We like her rib shape. Really logical place to start. We love the young lady's heifer in second in terms of the length of her spine, the length of her hip. She's exceptional from her hooks back. We just like to relax her just a bit in her spine, soften her up just a bit, but that's an excellent female. Beautiful pair in this class.
And first place in Class 25 over in your ChiAngus female show goes to entry number 157, Sexy Tiara RSRS, exhibited by Michaela Stevens, son of Terry Halt, Indiana. Second place in Class 25 will go to entry number 155, FLF Nelly 114N, exhibited by Macy Clark Ledford of Franklin, North Carolina. Now in the ring is the selection of your champion early junior heifer calf.
Some interesting things here in this key division are really some quality females that all bring some positive attributes to the table. They're a little different in their type and kind, and to be up front, there's some things structurally you change about all three of them. So with all that and that said, we opted for the power and the mass. The young lady that's out of the first class will be your champion, and we really like the femininity and balance of the heifer out of the second class for reserve.
And your champion early junior heifer calf will go to entry number 152, Ben Finessa Zarza, exhibited by Bella Bennett of Knox, Indiana. Congratulations. And your reserve division will go to entry number 157, Sexy Tiara RSRS, exhibited by Michaela Stevenson of Terre Haute, Indiana. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. Now entering the ring is Class 26 ChiAngus females. This female's date of birth is September 16th of 2024.
Tremendous single entry September fall yearling heifer in this ChiAngus class. Really like this heifer in terms of her rib shape. She's really bold sprung. She's wide chested. You get on top of her. She's got some true dimension down her top and through her stifle. Maybe like just relax her just a bit up through her front end when you get her on the go, but that's a really good fall heifer to represent this particular age.
And first place in Class 26 in automatic champion senior heifer calf will go to entry number 161, Ardridge Jasmine in 2454, exhibited by Kat Branscombe of Nancy, Kentucky. Congratulations. Now in the ring is Class 27 ChiAngus females. This female's date of birth is April 7th of 2024.
An extremely high quality individual here in the ChiAngus show, and a heifer that's very broody and maternal looking in her appearance. She's really feminine. We love her hip and hind leg construction, and a heifer that's really smooth built and yet has an acceptable muscle shape to her. Just one that gives you a really broody maternal look and high quality skeleton to go along with it.
And first place in Class 27 in automatic champion late spring yearling female will go to entry number 167, Core Diamond 403M, exhibited by Braylon Schaefer of Hagerstown, Indiana. Congratulations. Now in the ring will be Class 28 ChiAngus females. This female's date of birth is March 22nd of 2024.
This young lady's got a beautiful single entry heifer in this class. She's, a lot of heifer and a little girl, and she's done a great job in exhibiting this heifer. Heifer is extremely fresh in terms of her condition. We like that about her. We love her femininity. We like her in terms of her balance down her top line. Really good out through her hip. Sound in terms of her structure. Very, very nice female. Congratulations. You're doing a nice job showing her.
And first place in Class 28, an automatic champion yearling spring female, goes to entry number 168, Hig Kelly 430M, exhibited by Tegan Parsons of Leavenworth, Kansas. Congratulations. We're now ready for Class 29 ChiAngus females. Make their way into the ring. These females' date of birth range from February 21st through February 15th of 2024. Again, now in the ring is Class 29 ChiAngus females. And now entering the ring over in your main Angus female show is Class 23. Again, entering the ring now is Class 23. This heifer's date of birth is April 28th of 2025.
Really complete, well-balanced individual to start this class. It's got a good set of running gear under her as well. Just really good in terms of body, dimension, and eye-appealing look, and quality skeleton. If we were to change her, we might clean her up on that chest floor just a little bit, but a really nice female. A really nice one in second, too. A heifer that would done good in a lot of previous classes. I think she's good in her top line and good in her underline. She's feminine about her head and her neck. This moderate heifer just probably gives up a little power, maybe just trim a little condition off of her, but a really high quality, practical, sound structure kind of a female.
And first place in Class 29 over in your ChiAngus female show goes to entry number 173, EGY Diamond Queen 22M, exhibited by Mackenzie Neal of Lewisburg, Ohio. And second place in Class 29 goes to entry number 172, KCH Kiki 8M, exhibited by Cole Langston of Huntington, Indiana. Congratulations to those exhibitors. Now entering the ring is Class 30 ChiAngus females, and these females' date of birth range from January 28th through January 25th of 2024.
The quality found in this young lady's heifer that comes here into quite a bit neater in terms of her throat back and down through her chest, finger hind leg gets out and travels well. At the same time, to be a little bit more concerning, just right in behind her shoulder. Now she ties there, a female that we just want to open up in that regard. When she gets out in the motion, maybe is a little vertical and a little bit more upright in the angle to her shoulder. Maybe wants to duck her neck just a little bit in terms of how she ties. But a very high quality female. It's got a very bright future. It'd be fun to see these two play out over the next couple months. So congratulations.
Three outstanding individuals in this last class of ChiAngus today. And when I say that, they're all three exceptional and they're all three different. And it's a matter of where you want to place your priorities. And where we place ours is the heifer that leads off with in terms of that maternal look. She's fresh, she's feminine, she's bold ribbed, she's deep bodied. She's beautiful out through her hip. We like her in terms of just a nice size of bone, not too frail and not too stout. And the thing where she is just is a tremendous in terms of her teat size and spacing, that's going to make a beautiful cow. We really appreciate the power and the dimension of the heifer in second. She's the big-footed, big-boned heifer in the class that has the most muscle shape. She's tremendously powerful out through her hip. We love her in terms of her rib shape, like a lot of things about her. She wants to get a bit rounder in her shoulder, wants to get a bit shorter up through her neck relative to your class winner. That's a tremendously powerful, good female to be in second. We love the symmetry and the length of spine of the heifer in third. One, it's really long. She's fresh in terms of her condition. We, again, like her out the way she's designed from her hooks to her pins. We just like to relax her off of both ends of her skeleton relative to those two heifers in first and second. Outstanding class. Congratulations to all three of you.
And placings for Class 30 over in your ChiAngus female show are as followed. First place goes to entry number 156, Hig Kelly 404M, exhibited by Kira Moore of Fountain Run, Kentucky. And second place in that class goes to entry number 176, BMW Why Not 125M, exhibited by Samantha Van Vors of Bowling Green, Ohio. And third place in that class goes to entry number 174, Hig Cali 488M, exhibited by Pate Parsons of Leavenworth, Kansas. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. We'll now be selecting your champion early spring yearling female over in your ChiAngus female show. And catching you up over in your main Angus female show, your main Angus Division I champion junior heifer calf and first place in Class 24. We'll go to entry number 201, BTLR TSSC First Lady 304N, exhibited by Maddie Smith of Athens, Texas. And your reserve Division I champion and first place in Class 23. We'll go to entry number 9067, Colburn Annie LU 5710N, exhibited by Camera Cook of Clovis, California. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. Now in the ring is Class 25 main Angus heifers. These heifers' date of birth range from February 26th through February 5th of 2025.
In this last division in your ChiAngus show, tremendous amount of quality in this division. We like three of these heifers quite well, and we'll tell you kind of how we see them. And again, you as exhibitors and breeders can place your priorities as you see fit in what works best in your programs. Young lady that comes out of that first class, we like this heifer. She's really very useful, very functional, very basic. But with that, she's still got a nice look to her. She's up-headed, she's attractive, she's good in terms of her rib shape, she's nice in terms of her structure. Maybe comparatively to the heifer behind her, wants to run downhill just a scotch relative to the heifer out of that second class. That's a good female to make a tremendous cow. Really like the heifer out of Class 2. She's got such a beautiful maternal look to her in terms of her rib shape, the femininity about her head, the freshness about her front end. Love that udder development and the shape to her teats and that spacing. Just a one that she's not going to blow you away in terms of power, but she's very functional and one that to me is very cow-like in her appearance. And she's going to be your division champion. And so it gets down to the heifer that was second to her in that class and the young lady that was first in the younger class. And again, the heifer that was second, we appreciate in terms of her power and her shape. She's one that's bold sprung and big hip. We just like the heifer out of the younger class in terms of her femininity and her freshness in terms of her condition. So you'll be reserved. Congratulations.
And your champion early spring yearling female over in your ChiAngus female show, your champion goes to entry number 156, Hig Kelly 404M, exhibited by Kira Moore of Fountain Run, Kentucky. And your reserve division champion will go to entry number 173, EGY Diamond Queen 22M, exhibited by Mackenzie Neal of Lewisburg, Ohio. Again, congratulations to those exhibitors. We're now ready to select your grand champion ChiAngus female here in Broadbent Arena. Again, now entering the ring will be the selection of your grand and reserve champion ChiAngus female. And as we are selecting your grand champion ChiAngus female, I would like to reintroduce your judges for today over in your ChiAngus show. We do have Charlie Boyd and Blake Boyd. Charlie Boyd joins us from Mayslick, Kentucky, where he and his family, Paula, Blake, and Grace, and Logan, own and operate Boyd Beef Cattle, a 5-generation C-stock operation. Charlie, again, has served on many cattle organization boards, including the Kentucky Angus Association and the American Angus Association, both as president. Charlie received his Bachelor's of Science from the University of Kentucky and has been fortunate enough to judge many shows across the country, including the North American. And also with him is Blake Boyd, and Blake resides in Mayslick, Kentucky, with his wife, Grace. They, along with Blake's family, operate an Angus and Hereford C-stock operation that, again, has been in business for over 120 years. And Boyd Beef Cattle hosts 3 production sales annually, selling over 200 bulls and females to progressive cattlemen across the country. Again, Blake has attended both Butler Community College and Oklahoma State University, where he was on 2 nationally competitive livestock judging teams. If you could put your hands together one more time for Mr. Charlie Boyd and Blake Boyd. And placings in Class 25 over in your main Angus female show are as followed. First place goes to entry number 204, TCJ Buttons, exhibited by Logan Swartz of Coulter, Indiana. And second place in that class goes to entry number 202, Hain Miss Molly in 3, exhibited by Haynes from Greenville, Ohio. Third place goes to entry number 203, SFFC Hunt Blackcap 508, exhibited by Grace Shute of Greensburg, Indiana. Please note entry number 205 was a scratch, and now in the ring is Class 26 Main Angus Heifers.
Over on your ChiAngus side for your champion and reserve female, really a tremendous lineup from the youngest calf to your oldest heifer. A lot of consistency in this lineup in terms of the way they're built, their sound structure, they're feminine and functional in their rib shape, their different ages. You know, it's just like the calf out of that first division. That one's going to be a good older heifer. We like her quite well. The two younger fall heifers, again, they're stout, they're big bone, they're big ribbed, they're very functional in their type and kind. The heifer that's circling 167 is the massive, big bone, big hipped one that's still extremely good in terms of her structure. We like her balance, her symmetry, and the cow appearance that she gives us. The young girl that comes out behind her, just a really striking heifer from the side. We appreciate her freshness and her condition, her appearance. We like her hip design. We like her femininity. Not quite as soft-centered as the heifers on either side of her, but that's a neat breeding piece, and a female will make a tremendous cow. And the young lady that comes out of that last division, as we just commented, we just love her cow look, her femininity, her freshness. We love her rib shape, love that beautiful udder she's making. Not maybe as stout and powerful off of that rear leg and out through her hip as maybe a couple of the other heifers in lineup, but she's sure a flat good one that's going to make a beautiful cow. So that being said, I'm going to turn this over to Blake to make a few comments before we conclude, but I just want to thank the American Chianina Association and their tremendous staff for helping us out today in the ring and prior to this show into the North American and the ones that, you know, of course, being from Kentucky, and any time you get the opportunity to be in Broad Bend and Freedom Hall in these green shavings is quite an honor. And so, again, thank you for having us, and congratulations to each of you, and we wish you all the best with these cattle from a genetic perspective in your own programs. Blake?
Well, first off, I want to reiterate and extend our gratitude and appreciation to the Key Association and the North American for allowing us to come have some fun with you guys today. And it's sure been enjoyable and a lot of fun to just look at these cattle and sort out some small differences. You know, in terms of them, I think they're all really useful in your breed in terms of their skeleton and basic build, but yet they have the extras and the cool pieces that make these cattle elite and are really necessary to excel on this side of the industry. You know, with that said, they're all probably the right kind. There's just two that are a little more of our kind today, and they're all so good in their own right. And we'll go find the two that we really kind of gravitated towards, but we love them all, and congratulations to you guys, and give them a big round of applause.
And over in your ChiAngus show, your grand champion ChiAngus female here in Broadbent Arena at the North American goes to entry number 167, Accord Diamond 403M, exhibited by Braylon Schaefer of Hagerstown, Indiana. Congratulations. And your reserve grand champion ChiAngus female goes to entry number 156, Haig Kelly 404, exhibited by Kira Moore of Fountain Run, Kentucky. Again, congratulations to all those ChiAngus exhibitors. And we would like to congratulate your produce of Dam over in your key show, RSRS Diamond 1CA, exhibited by Michaela Stevenson. Congratulations on that exhibition. And again, ladies and gentlemen, that will conclude your key show here at the 2025 North American. Again, congratulations to all exhibitors.